Hi guys, so if you want to skip over my struggle with acne and go straight to my skin routine, go to the time right here. I started getting acne when I was in 6th grade, and at first it really was not bad at all. I didn't really care that much at that time either, so it was really fine. And my acne actually did not start getting bad until shortly after my Europe trip. I went on my trip to Europe when I was 14. I just turned 14, and my skin was fine throughout my trip, as you can see. But I started this really bad habit when I was in Europe. Basically in Europe I was having so much fun that I did not feel like doing like steps 1 and 2 of my proactive cleansing thing. So there's a cleanser, a toner, and a cream. I would just like wash my face with water, use the cream, and that's it because I did not want to bother with anything else. And my skin actually did not get bad during the trips, so I continued with this very lazy skin routine and only used step 3 of this proactive kit. And slowly my skin got worse and worse and worse, and at this point I realized that my decision to not use all 3 products was not very wise. So I decided, okay, it's all good, I'll just start using the cleanser again. So I got the cleanser and I used it on my face, and I washed it off, and I freaked the freak out because my skin looked even worse than it did before, because the cleanser kind of made my acne inflamed and red. I was used to having bad skin at this point, but this was a whole other level. I'll show you the pictures from that moment right now. And this, okay. At this point I was like, screw this cleanser, I am not using this ever again. It's just making my skin worse. But in reality, I'm pretty sure that in the long run it would have helped if I just continued using it, because a lot of acne treatments, they make your skin worse before it gets better, and you just need to stick with it. But I was too scared to use it again after that point, because I already got sad every time I looked in the mirror during this stage in my life, but that made me freaking scared to look in the mirror. I looked in the mirror and I was like, what is my face? It was not good at all. And it just really sucked because I have never been unhappy with how I looked before, and because of this acne, I just felt so unattractive. It was really bad for my self-esteem and everything. And what made it even worse is I signed up for a class that I was not prepared for my freshman year, and I sucked extremely bad. So the combination of me not having a very good skin routine and the pressure and stress from me sucking at this class just resulted in really damaged skin. So I asked my mom, can I go to the dermatologist because my skin is really sad looking, and she said, yeah, I noticed. So she scheduled an appointment and I went to the dermatologist, and she was really nice. Unfortunately though, she told me some news I really did not want to hear. She said, these aren't her exact words, but she said you also have ice pick scarring, and that scarring, it never goes away, and I really did not want to hear that. I noticed that I had spots on my face that did not look like acne whatsoever, but I told myself it was acne and that would go away with the cleanser because I did not want to face reality, which was that I would have scars for the rest of my life because of me being dumb and not using the cleanser like I should have. So slowly I did accept that, and I was like, okay, I just want to get rid of my acne, please, just anything. I just want to get rid of my acne. So she prescribed me these pills called, I believe, doxycycline pills, which I took for a couple months, and she also prescribed me a cream. I don't know if it's even worth mentioning the name of the cream because I don't think it did crap. I will tell you why I think that later in the story. And she also recommended that I get a 15% benzoyl peroxide cream, and that's not, you don't need a prescription for that. You can get that at Target or CVS. So, okay, spoiler alert, that cleanser saved my life. Not literally, I wasn't going to commit suicide, but it saved my self-esteem, and it really improved how I felt about it. Saved my skin. It was just, I still use it to this day. I've been using it for years, and it has never failed me. So you will see that in my skin routine. So I started taking these pills and using this cream and this cleanser, And my skin did get worse for a couple weeks. I didn't see any improvement, but instead of freaking out, I reminded myself that it does get worse before it gets better. At least for me it did. That is so freaking important to stress though. A lot of people, I can't say this for sure, but I feel like a lot of people, they start a treatment and it doesn't work, so then they are like, screw it, this doesn't work for me, I need to try another one. But a lot of treatments, I feel like almost every treatment, I don't know a single treatment that works instantly. A lot of treatments you have to stick with it, and a couple weeks after you start it, you may not see an improvement, you may see it get worse, but that doesn't mean it's not going to work later on. So I definitely have to stress, stick with your treatment. Like, okay, if it's getting like really crazy bad, yeah, see a dermatologist, ask someone about it, but don't just throw it aside because you don't see results after a week or two. Stick with it. And then eventually my acne started getting better and better and better. And I was so relieved. Unfortunately though, what did suck was my scars still looked the same and my skin still did not look great, but it looked a lot better than what it used to. And slowly my scars started to fade as well. But then guess what I did? I don't learn from my mistakes apparently. This is basically how I know the cream doesn't do much. I got lazy again because my skin was getting better. I still can't believe, like, why did I think this was a good idea after the result of my previous lazy skin routine? Anyways, I decided, okay, my skin's looking good. Why don't I stop using the cleanser and just rinse my face with water and use the cream? Does this sound familiar to you? Because it sounds really freaking familiar to me. So I did that, and my skin, lo and behold, it got worse. Who would have thought? So I was like, crap, I guess I need to go back to the dermatologist. My skin is getting really bad again. What the freak was I thinking? But no, I just realized, okay, I just need to start using the cleanser again. And the cleanser worked its miracle again, and my skin improved, my scars faded, and all was good until I started getting acne on my chest and my back. That was terrible. Luckily, it was not as bad. It's not as bad as having acne in your face whatsoever because you can just wear a shirt over it, but if you want to wear a crop top or anything that shows your chest or back, you can see it and it looks really bad. So at this point I was like, Jesus Christ, why is this happening to me? I went to my annual checkup and the doctor noticed it. I actually did not go back to a dermatologist, but my doctor, my regular pediatrician, noticed it, and she said, would you like me to prescribe you a benzoyl peroxide cream to put on your chest and back? Because I think she prescribed that for her daughter and that's how she knew that it worked. So I was like, yes, please prescribe me this. And she did, and I started using it and it worked. I was so freaking happy. Now all of my skin is somewhat okay. I'll take somewhat okay over what my skin used to be any day. Is my skin perfect now? No. The scars are faded. I don't have a lot of acne. And overall, I'm just a lot more happy. My self-esteem's a lot higher. And now I am where I am today. And self-esteem got so high that I decided that I finally had the confidence to do a photo shoot and get some headshots and some full body shots and apply to different modeling agencies. So I did that. These are how those pictures turned out. And I applied to a lot of different agencies. And guess what? Okay, spoiler alert. I did not make it into a single one. But, okay, I technically made it into one, but I think that one accepted everyone and there really wasn't a lot of... I'm not gonna bash on it. It was... The person who was in charge of it was really nice, but I think she just kind of accepted everyone to make them feel better about themselves. But that was an interesting experience, so I'm definitely not mad at that. So yeah, that did not work out, but it's okay because my skin is better, so even though I'm not model material, I still look good enough. And that's fine with me. Never again will I stop using that cleanser until I'm old and hopefully won't be getting acne anymore. Now that I've told you my long and sad struggle with acne, let's get to the routine that fixed it and gave me this beautiful face. Oh my god, okay. I'm not being serious. I mean, okay. You know, let's just get to the routine. So the first part of my skin routine involves this continuous control acne cleanser by Clean and Clear. The very first thing I do is put my hair in a messy bun so it stays out of the way when I use this cleanser. Also, I'm not exactly sure why I look mad right now, but I guess it's just how I look when I make a bun. After my hair is out of the way, I turn on the sink and I wet my face with water. I then dry my hands and grab my cleanser and take a dime-sized amount onto my hands. I then rub it between my fingers and apply it all over my face. I then proceed to massage it all over my face for about 30 seconds. After I feel like the cleanser has been thoroughly rubbed on my face, I rinse off the cleanser with water. I then dry my face by patting it with a towel. The second part of my skin routine involves this benzoyl peroxide gel. I take a bit of the gel onto my finger and pat it onto the areas on my face with acne as well as my chest and back. The final step to my skincare routine involves using this Clinique All About Eyes serum under my eyes. I start by shaking the tube upside down so the serum goes towards the roller ball, and roll the roller ball 3 times under each eye. I then proceed to gently pat in the serum with my ring finger. And this is what my skin looks like after finishing my skincare routine. Please don't come to the conclusion that these products don't work because my skin doesn't look the best. I'm sure my skin would look a lot better if I use these products every night like I'm supposed to, but I still have those days where I just don't feel like it, aka yesterday. So yes, just trust me, these products have worked miracles for me. You can tell just by looking at the before pictures. And yes, I definitely recommend these products except for the under eye thing. I don't think it didn't do anything for me that I've noticed. But as for everything else, definitely try it out if you have an acne issue, and I wish you luck. Okay, thank you for watching the skin routine video. Bye! Save the day. Superman got 9